We just got some brand new information on the future of Nintendo, and oh boy is it ever looking fantastic. It makes you realize that did they make The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Zelda movie that's coming out next year, or was the Zelda movie specifically created for Ocarina of Time? Now the reason why I bring this up, it seems like Miyamoto has confirmed that they do a lot of times make games to directly capitalize off the movies. So he goes on to say that at least 3 separate games were for the Mario movies. One of them being the Star Fox, of course, because if you look at it, Fox McCloud was in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and maybe you'd never heard of Star Fox before, remaking an N64 classic definitely would be the perfect way to capitalize on that, bringing it into a new light in a way that we've never seen it before. Same thing goes with Princess Peach's Showtime. That was essentially to capitalize off the original Super Mario Bros. Movie. Because if you don't know, this movie painted Princess Peach in a new light. If you look at Princess Peach, usually in every single Mario game, she kind of gets kidnapped and that's it. But in Princess Peach's Showtime, she seems to sort of defend herself. So obviously, in the Mario Bros. Movie, they definitely made that shine and made the idea sort of pop up, which is definitely really fantastic to look at. And now, if we were to look at it, Yoshi's Crafted World. This is another game. Now, I don't believe he means Yoshi's Crafted World, but instead Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. This must be a typo or something, but who knows what's going on here. Overall, all these things connect to one another, and now it makes you believe that the next time that we get a movie, we're also going to be getting something to get correlated between each other. There's been a widespread of leaks and rumors of 2 new movies that are going to be happening at some point. One of them being Luigi's Mansion. Now, Luigi's Mansion movie would be pretty fantastic. They can make a movie, release it near October, like the movie comes out October 4th or something. And then you see Luigi's Mansion 4 released on Halloween. Honestly, this definitely would make sense in a lot of ways, since Miyamoto did pretty much confirm that this is exactly what they do. So, if you've seen the leaks and rumors, it seems like Nintendo is working on some of these sort of games or movies. So overall, all these things would make so much sense. Like, I don't know, it's pretty crazy. And now if we were going to look at it, potentially a Super Smash Bros. Game is in the work. Because Super Smash Bros. Would essentially be sort of that wonder card when it comes to it. You could essentially release a Super Smash Bros. Game to correlate with any single movie. If you want to make a Kirby movie, if you want to make a Yoshi movie, or even Luigi's Mansion movie, or Mario Galaxy 2 movie, whatever the case may be, a Super Smash Bros. Game definitely would work perfectly. So we could probably see that with an announcement of a movie sometime in the future. I don't believe Masahiro Sakurai wants to make a movie on Super Smash Bros. Yet, but that's potentially something that we could also see in the future. Now, if we were going to take a look at it, like previously mentioned at the start of this video, was the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake specifically for the Legend of Zelda movie that is happening later in 2027. Because from leaks and rumors, it seems like that movie is going to be essentially Ocarina of Time. So obviously, that definitely does make sense. Or was this a complete coincidence? Honestly, this is all really interesting because from everything that we've seen so far, it seems like Ocarina of Time has been in development for at least 3 years, which the leaks started flying around above like 2024, I would say, maybe even earlier. Honestly, all of these things make for a fantastic idea. Also, if you were going to look at it, what if that game wasn't essentially correlated to the Legend of Zelda movie? Maybe they are going to be making another game to directly capitalize on everything there. Of course, you can go and pick up Ocarina of Time, because by then, that game would already be like 8 months old or whatever the case may be. But you can also potentially see them re-release or release some sort of Legend of Zelda game. Because if you were going to look at it, every single year you get some sort of Legend of Zelda game. May this be a spin-off, may this be some sort of random game that came out of complete nowhere, may this be a main line. Every single year, you get a sort of Legend of Zelda game. Is this going to be the remasters, or another remake, or whatever it is? But overall, all of these things aside would make for a fantastic sort of connection. You could even go as far as potentially seeing those Pikmin shorts or Pikmin sort of something. They might be releasing little TV shows for Nintendo IPs and then later releasing a game to directly represent that. It seems like potentially something's going to be going on with Pikmin here. He also goes on to say that he wants to make other characters, so maybe something is going to be happening here. The Nintendo movie of different characters, Crown King. Who knows what it's going to be called, but honestly, I think this is great. Now we can see a game be essentially connected to the movies. So whenever we see our next Nintendo movie, may this be Luigi's Mansion, may this be some sort of Super Smash Bros, Kirby, Mario Kart movie, you can see them actually make a game directly connected to it, or this could be DLC or something connected to the thing as a whole. Now, it might not be a massive game, but at least a game is going to be essentially correlated to this movie. Honestly, I think all of these things make for a fantastic and very exciting future for Nintendo, because now the realm of possibilities is wide open. The portal is there and you can jump from dimension to dimension, figuring out what kind of movie there is to behold. There was also another recent leak about a Metroid movie. Now hear me out, Metroid seems to be getting 2 brand new games. What if they're working on one Metroid movie and then deciding to release Metroid Revenants, which seems to be the sequel to Metroid Dread? So honestly, that would be pretty fantastic for a movie. Or they might be remaking Super Metroid. All of these things could connect directly to the Metroid movie, depending if they're going to make it a Metroid Prime 4 sort of style, or are they going to take the 2D Metroid, put it into consideration, and make a complete brand new experience with that? Could be like a whole 4-dimension sort of movie. It could be a 3-dimension sort of movie. Whatever the case may be, it would work pretty perfectly. Honestly, I can't wait to see what Nintendo does with all of this. The movies, the game, directly connected, call it a day. Overall, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that this is fantastic or not fantastic at all? What are you most excited for in the future? Do you want to see some sort of Legend of Zelda 2.0 movie? Are you excited for the Legend of Zelda movie? Do you want to see a Kirby movie? Whatever the case may be. Maybe they are going to be making a Kirby movie because it's the 35th anniversary after all next year. So who knows? Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Consider it that like button, maybe subscribing if you're new. We do a bunch of different Nintendo content on this channel. Anyways, thank you so much. Also, it's my birthday like in 8 days. That'd be fantastic to hit that subscribe button. I'm just saying. Anyways, see you in the next one.